Hello. Yes, Poi, that is correct. Gonna be honest, I wasn't super sure about this one. Yeah, I don't know. I picked this yesterday because it's on the front page, and it's like, oh, apparently this already existed for a while, and just they're re-uploading it. Which is cool. It felt like an appropriate reaction to the thumbnail. Yes. Wait until we get in game, brother. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I am a little bit sleepy. Little EP. Getting used to things and all that. Unlike you. Congratulations, you're fucking banned. Kinda be how it do sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta ban them all. Why does it not work on this page? Out of curiosity. Oh, because it's literally not showing, that's why. Oh, is it... what? Aw. Wait. It was working, though. Wait, what? Wait, it was literally working. Wait, why isn't it working? What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell? The transition broke it? Well, chat was working, and now it's not. For some reason. Yeah, well, I tried refreshing it. The thing is, it doesn't, normally it'll show, like, it'll pop up for a second and then disappear. That's so weird. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe I need to find, another chat thing. Chat thingy. Maybe. I don't know. But it was working until it wasn't. Ah. Let's see. Yeah, well, I'll unfortunately need to check this again after. It's too bad. Okay. This definitely is a character design. Yeah, I definitely opened the game and was like, yep. Yep. That's, that sure is something, isn't it? Let me just get backup chat on screen. Gotta love it when your, this doesn't work. Turn this on. It was working too. I guess I'll need to do more tests and stuff. I love making chat just, like, completely unreadable. By needing to use the backup thing. Oh, is the bonk working? It's not because I didn't turn it on. Thank you. Why'd you bonk me, though? I'm saying completely normal things. Bot doesn't even work. Well, that's because it's not on. To test if the bot worked. Understandable. That's probably a good thing to test. Yeah, so... Yeah, this mod is, there sure is a lot going on with it. There's a whole lot of something going on with this mod. Look at the screen, my guy. What? What? What do you want? What am I looking at? Oh, for the bonk? Oh. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of anime happening in this mod, for sure. I can't imagine this being at all monetized in the near future. But I clicked on it because it was highly rated, and there was a lot of people who played it. So I was like, cool, let's take a look at it. Then I realized it's one of those mods where they've clearly put like 70 years of work into it. There's like 17 characters. There's like all of the menu and the buttons and the UI is redone, and I'm like, great. What is the picture on the top of the screen with two cat girls? Oh, this one? What is that? What are those? What's going on? What the fuck? I don't know, man. This might have been a mistake. This might have been a mistake, dude. I don't know what all of these frickin' buttons and shit do. But yeah, listen, man. Design the Spire is on death's door, my dude. Like, we've done it for a few months. And, yeah, if it is clickable, I'd recommend changing to the starting screen soon before clicking on it. Yeah, here, let's, Alright, just give me a moment. Why the fuck is it working on this screen? What do you mean? Why is it working here, but not working on the other one? What the fuck? I'm so tilted, dude. I'm about to lose my mind. Alright, show me the hentai. Let's go. Oh, this is a link to... This is a link to another website. I don't know what it is. We're not gonna log into it. Yeah. Alright, let's... Well, I turned it off. And there, it's turned on again. Maybe you can only have one version of the source available at a time. I don't know. Oh, that's the farewell screen. See you guys. Bye-bye. Hi, Rue. Welcome. Yeah, let me try something. What if I turn this off? Well, now it's working. Why is it working now? Why wasn't it working before? What the hell's wrong with this thing? Oh my god, anime girl jump scare. Cool, technology is great. I love technology. God damn, do I love technology. Also, yeah, there's a healthy portion of anime girl happening in this mod. Again, I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then when I opened the game, it was the reason why I moved stream back was actually because I had the mod open. Alright, good time to jump in. Yes. I have no idea. Apparently, okay, so first of all, I think the mod creator is a VTuber. I think, is my understanding. Because I've never played the game, but I was 99% sure there was no anime titties. What, in Slay the Spire? Yeah, I mean... I'm always a little intimidated whenever I open a mod that, like, redoes literally everything. You know, I like having a little bit of separation of, like, there's the initial systems, and then there's like, we have changed literally everything. Exactly like you then, down to the horniness. Damn. I mean, VTuber beef for Slay the Spire mods, let's go. I mean, it looks incredibly impressive. Keeping in mind that what we generally discuss on Design the Spire has to do with the actual design of the cards, not any of the visuals, usually not about implementation. Like, we give a lot of lax to, like, programming bugs and stuff, because, like, realistically, that's not design work. It's just someone messed up the implementation. Like, it doesn't matter. We're not QA testers. Like, did you know that playtesting and QA testing are two different things? In case anyone didn't know that. They are literally, like, completely different functions. Because I think people get the idea that if you're a playtester, what you do is you're like, there's a bug here. And actually, this pixel is slightly out of the thing, and actually, this one thing isn't working. Which is good to note those things, usually. In playtests, like, to be aware of them at least, or depending on what they ask you to do. QA testers are the accountants of game design. Accountants? I don't know what you mean by accountant. I guess, like, being very precise is the idea, or the comparison. But yeah, if you're a QA tester, you're mostly looking for bugs. You're running through, like, you run through very specific test plans, which basically say, like, fire every individual bullet of a gun, like, 90 times to see if it works. And it's hyper obnoxious. Like, QA is pretty thankless, I think, in that sense. But we are not doing that. We are playtesting, which means that we're trying to observe, like, the game feel and sort of understand what their design goals were. Which I think makes it interesting, because obviously there's no way for us to know what the design goals of whatever the mod creator was, what they were. But it is very interesting when we see pretty clear, like, design stuff. That's why I was very excited to make the Hifumi video. I've heard from some people who do netcode QA testing, sounds real boring. Yeah, it is, like, extremely meticulous and boring. But, like, someone has to do it. Because, like, there's literally no way to tell if firing the 30th bullet of an SMG actually just breaks the entire game. Because you would think that it doesn't. And when people generally follow coding standards, like, that shouldn't be a problem. Until it happens, and then you're like, well, why didn't QA find that? You know? It's like, oh wow, this one pixel on the map, like, breaks the entire game. Great. That sucks. Now you just gotta play the game and tell your boss to tighten up the graphics. ZT, I have no idea. I have no idea where you came from, but I love that. Have you seen that commercial? Do you have any idea? Because I love that commercial. It's so funny. It's, like, actually the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Mama Shion, do you know who this is? Because I literally don't know who this is, Shaka. She cute, though. Very cute. Yeah, there was, like, a commercial, I think, in the, 90s or something, that was talking about game testers. Yeah, I grew up watching that commercial. So funny, dude. Guys, you want a job in the games industry? Become a play tester. And then it's like these two guys playing video games. They're like, oh, how's the playtest going? And they turn around like, they gotta tighten up the graphics on level 3. And I'm just like, dude, literally kill me. Why did I learn anything? Literally, why did I learn anything when this is what people think playtesting is? Why did I learn anything when the player perception of, like, of like making games is like, oh, let's just like turn the graphic style up a little bit. Like, what the fuck? Make the game gooder. It's like, God, no shit, I don't have a job because people think it's just like walking into the office and turning graphic styles. Fuck me. Cute dude. Shion is smoking hot and sexy. You see her clothes. What? Yes. That's fair. I mean, I agree. I definitely haven't gotten off this screen yet. I definitely haven't gotten off to the screen either. Thank you for asking. Should we start, or should I just, like, keep babbling? I don't know. What should I say next? Anime boobs. Boobs in the thumbnail. Peak female design. Horny posting. Gooning. You know what I've been watching? Recently has been I've been watching some older clips of Bao, and it's funny because the newer stuff, I saw a newer clip because she's been doing some like IRL stuff. And the top comment was like, this is what was saying the most heinous shit I've ever heard in my life, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. It is really funny when you're listening to an anime character talk about getting railed by like 6 guys, and then you just find out it's like a normal person. It's just like the normalest fucking looking person in your entire life saying the actual most heinous shit imaginable. Make the game gooder is the phrase to resume? Oh, I guess the phrase to like sum up Nikkei's game design. I mean, I agree. Turn up the jiggle physics, brother. Honestly, with me about to get fired from my job with a final gooning, might be good. Thanks for writing that material. Bao is going through her flesh appearance arc, or flesh acceptance arc. There we go. I mean, the chat is so down atrocious, though. It's like unforgivably down atrocious. Actually vile. My favorite clip. I need to start getting like voice clips of VTubers and putting them as like sound alerts because they'd be really funny. Woman on school. Whoa. A woman. Oh my god. Bao was a female. Holy shit. Yeah. Bao calling me cringe is awesome. I'm a huge fan. I just need like 70 different voice clips of Bao calling me cringe. Because I am cringe. But I am free. Alright guys, so today we're playing Stellar Blade. I mean... At this point I'm down for a sugar mommy, stay home dad sounds nice. I mean, hey man. You're allowed to have dreams. In this economy, though? Yeesh. It's rough out there. Unless you have, like, no needs and make everything yourself. In that case, you don't need to pay any money for anything. Just make a shack in someone's backyard and tell them that you're, like, I don't know, some kind of demonic Satan spawn and that they can't remove you. Otherwise, their entire family will be cursed for generations. Every time someone subs, you need to put the parrot scream of "Bye, bye, bye!" There's a couple good ones. What's another good one? Man. I don't like that that's what popped into my head. It's not good. I need therapy. Okay. Now that I've successfully stalled for 24 minutes, that was it. Now that I've stalled for 24 minutes, let's actually get into it, I suppose. Who knows? Yeah, so welcome everyone to Design the Spire, the show where we play... Show? What? Stream? What was my intro before? Welcome everyone to Design the Spire, where we play... Today's sponsor is... Oh my god. Oh, what? Okay, I'll get one of them right. I'm really not good at doing pre-scripted intros. I'm actually pretty bad at it. Man, my script reading is atrocious. Welcome to Design the Spire, where we play mods and slay the Spire. We look at the design of the character, not the visual design. Stop gooning. We look at the card design, how the character plays, how all their cards fit together, see what's going on with it. We're not super concerned with saying, like, a card's a little bit better than another card. We're trying to look at, like, the overarching design of how the cards fit. So yeah, we're playing Shion today. Make me stop gooning? Okay, well, I mean, I guess I can't stop you. Yeah, apparently this is an older mod that got re-uploaded recently because the first one got taken down. And, I don't know, I saw an anime girl and I was like, perfect. Perfect. I don't even, like, should I be censoring the screen? Like, does it get worse when you go into game? Like, what's happening? Okay, so, yeah, what do we got here? We got 2 relics. Okay, we've got Dimension Splitter Aria. That's so fucking anime, dude. Sounds so anime. Okay. Current charge 0 to 4. You can right-click to act Orbital Strike. If fatal, repeats and gain... If fatal, repeats and you gain energy. Deal target 10% max HP. Okay, so if you last hit something, you get energy back. At the start of each turn, make 1 enemy damage received. This is translated, by the way, I'm pretty sure. At the start of turn, make 1 enemy damage received increased by 1. Unstackable. Make 1 or a random one? Time and space synchro. Your damage decreases 50%. Damage received increases by 50%. Decreases affect each floor climbed by 1%. So you start by taking more damage at the start? Is that how this works? I have no idea. Not enough. We need to go even further beyond. Get to Kaneko Lumi from Phase Connect levels of yapping. Okay, yeah, I'll just start yapping again. I don't even know what I'm gonna yap about. Did anyone see the newest thing that happened in the Blue Archive anime? Didn't think so. This girl is going to be OP just like the anime character. Oh yeah, there's a note on the page that's like, please stop asking if this is from an anime, because it's all OCs. Probably be clear when you see the status in game. Yeah. Okay, so my understanding is we have like, we can just like orbital strike people and get energy. That seems really strong. I don't know how to feel with this thing. Yeah, starter relic already looks quite powerful. My guess is going to be that this character is extremely strong. We'll see how it goes. What the hell is this? Man. Okay. So, why is the the aspect ratio? Does the aspect ratio feel different, or is it literally just because they put different stuff there? Feels like it's like zoomed in. Why is the floor a perspective drawing? I don't know, man. Let's take a relic. Cool, we got a lantern. I don't think we're gonna need more energy. What the hell is this? Alright, I'm gonna say it once so that we don't have to say it ever again. Very cool visual design, but also what the hell is going on? It's very hard to read this shit. Okay. Deck. Oh boy. I'm not gonna say it again. Cool visual design, but wow, this is a little hard to read. Okay. It looks like everything is different. So there's the strikes and defends are different, and then there's like 3 different things. So we'll have to read all of it. Trigger the active damage of pursuing. Pursuing is not keyworded, so I do not know what it does. Funnel to an enemy. Gain 2 matrix charge. Funnels. Attack at the start of each of your turns. For each energy spent per turn, you may also switch funnel. Upon reaching 16, lose 16 charges and summon 8 auto funnels to launch an attack and trigger their passive ability. Oh, pursuing funnel. Oh, it's the... Okay, my bad. Okay, so when you get to 16 charges of matrix charge or whatever, you get 8 auto funnels, whatever that is, to launch an attack and trigger their passive ability. Okay, so if you play every snipe in your deck, after the first turnover, you'll do whatever this effect is, assuming you played all of your snipes. It's not always the case. Oh, these also do it. My apologies. Okay. Activate gravity funnel. So activate and funnel are the keywords, I think. Trigger the passive ability of the selected funnel. Prevents damage. Okay, shield. Wait, gain 1 shield. Prevents damage. Does not fade at the end of turns. So that's barricade block, I think. Is it? What? Activate your funnel to an enemy. Gain 2 hyperlink. Shuffle 1 quick attack to your draw pile. If you're in combat with 10 or more hyperlink, upgrade a random card. Does hyperlink stay between... Stay between things? Innate. Choose... Or gain 2 hyperlink. Choose 1 of 4 funnels. Funnel upgrade tasks. Funnel is going to be improved maximum once per combat. Okay. Task. So this is a quest. Yeah, is this a rare or is it... I'm not sure the purpose of making this a rare. But this seems like a quest mechanic. So you, like, play it, and then you have the quest active, I suppose. Okay, and funnels are, like, the blades that, like, float around you, I guess. Improve synchronization with things. Matrix funnel upgrade, gravity funnel by 1. Okay. Deal 9 damage to all enemies. Gain 3 matrix charge. Okay, well... This is a whole lot of things. I'm just gonna be completely transparent at this point. This looks way outside the bounds of Slay the Spire. Like, this is like something completely different. Like, completely, like, super crazy different. So we're just gonna treat it as such. We'll try playing it and see how it goes. But this looks bizarre. So let's go ahead and try it. happens. Who knows? Maybe it's all what is whoa. Okay. So we have funnels. Current synchronization 1 at the start of each combat. Oh, we are I am so concerned, dude. I don't know if we're gonna make it. I don't know if we're gonna make it, dude. Okay. Start of your turn, gain the current synchronization of Reigns of War. At the start of each turn, deal 1 damage to a random enemy and trigger its passive ability. Apply 1 Structure Dissection. Passive effect augments for every 3 improvements in synchronization. Damage received is increased by 1. At the start of the target's turn, all pursuing funnels deal 1 damage. Start of each... Hey, dissecting, gravity... Okay, so I have 1 of each. I have to click on them? Wait, I click this one? I don't know what I did, but we did it. Okay, so 10% of this thing's HP is 1.5. I guess we have to do 1 damage. Yeah, let's just try playing cards and seeing what happens. Okay, we dealt 1 damage. How does this work? Oh, wait, what is that? Wait. Gain the current synchronization of Reigns of War. At the start of each turn, gain effects based on this stack. 1 to 3. Gain 1 dexterity. 4 to 5, gain 1 strength and dexterity. So this scales per how much thing you have. This is a lot of information. I'm really sorry. I really need to start vetting these mods. Gonna be real with you. Okay, so we have upkeep damage, whatever that means. Deal 3 to all enemies. Oh, we did the Matrix thingy. We did the Matrix dodge. We probably play the innate starter deck card in most scenarios. Probably. Oh no. Okay. Boob physics really add to the game design? See, the funny thing about that comment is that this is the thing. The result of boob physics, like having boob physics in a video game, or yeah, what is actually in the game is not the game design. Like, that's the product of an artist who made the boob physics. Or program or whatever. The choice to have boob physics in the game and to what degree they are in the game is the game design choice. Right? It's like, yeah. Okay. Lose 2 hyperlink, shuffle 1 quick skim into your draw pile. Quick boot. Oh my goodness. What have I done to myself? I feel like this one's not going to be super productive, guys. I'm being completely honest with you. Do we want to start over? We're only like 13 minutes in. We could try something else. Because this is a lot. This is a lot. Quick boot, a keyword we all know and love. Like, wow, this is a lot. There's a lot going on here. Return. Return to your hand after being played. This turn, the effect is not applied to any other same cards that you play afterwards. The next auto funnel attack from full matrix charge hits all enemies. What? Game designer, you sure are lacking? I see no booty physics or boob physics from Flagbearer. What the fuck? What the hell? The decision was to not put boob physics on Flagbearer. That was a game design decision. Create one copy of the chosen card and shuffle it into your draw pile. Granted quick boot and exhaust. Okay, will be played without any cost when drawn. Draw a card upon being played. So quick skim gets automatically played. Activates the dissecting funnel 2 times. Have you not seen the death sprite? Yeah, you're right. That was a design decision. Create one copy of the chosen card. You shuffle it into your draw pile, granted quick boot. So you put a copy of a card into your deck, and then it automatically plays when you play it. Well, this is, This mod is definitely insane. Okay, I literally don't know what happened. So we did all of the funnels at the start of the thing? Is that what we did? Oh goodness. The start of target's turn, all pursuing funnels deal 1 damage. Okay, structure dissection. Okay, and then at all of the different things, you do different abilities. Why is there a wild magic table in the status effect? What? Wild magic table? Oh, like the 3-7-12? In privacy? Jesus. Listen. You gotta relax. You gotta chill. Okay, I feel like this is another example of a mod being very granular with its, like, system, right? So, like, you get an effect at 3, and 7, and 12, and 18, and 25. It would kind of be my opinion that this is a lot of effects. There's definitely, like, an information overload. There's a lot of people that like this mod, though. So, I don't know. It might be one of those things where you have to be pretty deep in it and, like, learn a lot about it, and then everything just kind of works. But this is a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. Hot damn, well confused. Yeah. Honestly, not what I was expecting when I loaded up the Anime Girl mod, but here we are. I don't know why there's a 1 here. Okay, I'm assuming we gotta play this. Play 5 funnel cards. Play 5 funnel cards. Play 5 funnel cards, or play 5 funnel cards. They're all play 5 funnel cards. Except this one is play 5 funnel cards during this combat. Understandable, Rance. You got it. You know, we are pretty awooga right now, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Like a wild magic table that lists the 1d100 effects you can get from wild magic. I understand. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. Let's just do whatever we think is right. I don't know what Matrix Funnel does. Let's do it. Which one's the Matrix Funnel? This one? At the start of each turn, deal 1 damage to a random enemy and trigger its passive ability. Gain 1 Matrix charge. Oh. Why do I... So, do I select which one I'm using? And then... Why can't I click on it again? Well, I clicked on it 1 time, but I don't know... why I can't click on it again. Yes, that is correct. Concord. Text deal 48%, you take 48% more from things. I really want to know what this is. Is that just their barricade block? Is that how this works? So, because currently it's 16, so do we take 8 damage here, or do we take 0? We take 8 damage. Understandable. Oh, is this your matrix charge count? Is that what that is? Goes back to 1. I don't know. When reselecting funnels, you spend the small number in your energy symbol. Oh, really? Oh, that's why. I see. I didn't know that. Here we are. What is our matrix charge right now? Oh, I got level up. I leveled up. Activate your funnel to an enemy. Hyperdimensional link. Oh, with 10 or more, a random card will be upgraded. We just, like, love little ways of having weird little meta-scaling little things. Still no clue what selecting one does, however. Yes. I think I don't normally comment on UX because there's not a whole lot to comment on when you make a base with a Spire character, but again, I wasn't super sure what selecting the things did or that it spent energy. I'm not super sure about the gameplay of selecting between the different ones. What does it mean? Deal 2 damage to random enemies 2 times. Shuffle this card into your draw pile. Deal 9 damage, apply 1 weak. All enemies lose 5 strength this turn, gain 1 hyperlink. Okay. Just like Common Rider Decade, I do really like the art at the very least, and I totally relate to getting too excited and putting too many things in my art. Yeah, you mean as far as like the design goes? Just keep picking Matrix Funnel. Oh, the number went up. Choose any number of cards. Why am I discarding cards right now? What triggered that? What? Oh, this is the Scry 5 thing, and then I draw a card. Okay, I got it. The bar on the side of your energy seems to be task progress. Oh, this thing. No, that's Matrix. This one's Matrix charges. I don't know what that one is. Maybe it's cards played this turn? Because now it's at 3. And then if I do this, maybe it'll go to 4. Okay. I figured it out, guys. I understand. I actually understand why the... I know... This is so bad. This is so mean. I shouldn't even be saying this. I know why all the systems are immensely complicated, but you effectively can't lose. I know why. I figured it out. It's so that you can play the mod with one hand. Oh! Oh no. I leveled up. We did it. Auto funnel. Random replica of your non-matrix funnels. Okay. Damn, one-handed. Welcome, Velo. How's it going? How are you doing? I apologize because I have no idea what the hell is going on with this one. My understanding is that you play cards and then effects happen. Don't fully know why, but it's happening. Sure is happening. Was it Valo or Velo? Use 5 hyperlink. Gain 20 what? What? Wait, what? Do you need to lose the 5 hyperlink to get the what the heck? We love when things happen? Yeah. Yes. Thank you for the bonk. I appreciate that. I guess you need 5 hyperlink to play this card. Otherwise, you can't. Val low. I guess Vey would be like V-A-E. Velo. Yeah, so Valo. Okay. For each enemy present, apply 1 week to all enemies. You got it. And 2 hyperlink. 2 times when quick boot cards are created, trigger them at once. No idea what that means. The writing equivalent is to keep adding more and more things to your world to the point you can't really make any cohesion with the ideas. It's very easy to do, especially if you don't have someone holding you back. Yeah, I mean, the person who should be holding you back is you, right? Like having any degree of self-control, right? Just me? Holy map is crazy. Yeah, the mod basically seems to have redone a lot of the visual effects and stuff. I'm not super sold on the design stuff. It's very pretty looking, though. It means the next 2 times you quick boot a token, instead it triggers immediately. Oh, like whenever you make a token, you just get it? You just get it instead of needing to wait? Okay, we gotta play some funnel cards. Ooh, I'm gonna funnel. Wait, can I? Okay. What happens if I... Oh! Like I right-click on the thing? Wait. Does it need to be at 4 charges for it to work? It's not charged. Okay, it needs to be at 4 charges. Okay. So on turn 4, I can do this. Wait. Ah, there we go. If that's fatal, that does something, I guess. I don't know how much hyperlink we have. Can I play this card? I can't! Because I don't have 5 hyperlink? That's probably why. Oh no. I'm about to take 26 damage. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Oh no. Jokes. Their base deck block seems to only block for 3. Yeah, I don't know. Well, their base deck block only does 3, and also they take increased damage at the start of the game. Heal HP to 50% of max HP. Why is that a relic? Oh, because it's a potion. Does not look like a potion. Also, welcome, Cavalier. Yeah, I will reiterate, because we probably won't be playing this for much longer than the next hour dictates. But this one is very odd. Definitely feels like I am playing an entirely different game. And I have no idea what balanced the game. Gain 4 hyperlink, lose 5 HP, draw 3 cards. Cards drawn this way cost 0 this turn. Yep. This one's an odd one. I wish I had something I could say. Oh, Cavalier, wait, hold on a second. Wait, guys, we're gonna scare Cavalier. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're about to make Cavalier terrified. All right, Cavalier's about to literally shit himself. Right, check this out. Check this out. Oh, we can't show the character. I forgot. Oh, you see it anyways. Anime girls. Hey, look, a bunch of anime women. That's crazy. Terrifying, even. Whole party, I guess. There's like a Discord and stuff. I hear hyperlink and I can only think of Deltarune. I unfortunately have not played Deltarune, so I have no idea what that means. I was actually meaning to play Deltarune on stream, and then I never did it. I'm gonna take this card. Definitely, but when you're passionate, you can easily lose track. This is why certain directors and creators only excel when they have someone grounding their vision. Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like... I don't know. The thing that I want to say is that I believe people shirk responsibility onto other people. I guess this is maybe just the hyper-independent stalking, but it's like... Who's gonna take care of you if you don't? Right? So it's like, I'm a passionate person, but like, what is... Passion is different than the work that needs to be done to accomplish something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think those are related. Like, passion is like a feeling that you have. So I think the inability, I guess, to foster a creative vision and then blaming it on being overly passionate is kind of like, I don't know about that one. You didn't have what it takes to be a big shot, I guess. Yeah, apparently that's a huge meme. I don't know what that means, though. Oh, it puts you to... Wait, why is there a... What is that? Is there a... There's an anime face on me. What is happening? There's a reason this needed an editor is a fairly common comment on creative works. You don't know where Big Shot comes from? As I just said, I haven't played Deltarune. I think I know it's from Deltarune, but... Can I lose 5 hyperlink now? And then I got 20 hyperlink. Let's go. I'm about to take so much damage. Just kidding. Get a random card upgraded. Let's go. Discard your hand, draw that many cards. Is this one energy calc gamble? Does calculated gamble cost 0? Doesn't it? But it exhausts? Upgrades to non-exhaust? Huh. Interesting. Going to try and sell you on so much hyperlink blocked. Calc gamble is 0 exhaust. Upgrades to non-exhaust. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just for the record, that's fair, Hoy, and also rants. I guess it's kind of like I would hope that people, like, have project constraints, I guess. Or of, you know, yeah. Or, like, know to cut down. I guess that's the thing, right? Is that, like, cutting down is usually a step you need to take eventually. Right? I guess there's two aspects. So there's sort of like, when you have a lot of ideas and you just push outwards, like there's a idea model or thinking model basically called convergent and divergent thinking, which do exactly what they say. But the idea of thinking of that model is to know what stage you're in. So I think the term, like, well, I'm passionate, so I come up with a lot of ideas, is the ability to use a lot of divergent thinking, like to just keep up on coming up and coming up and coming up with ideas. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that my understanding in completing a creative work is that, like, it is converging or it's diverging to make ideas, and then you eventually need to converge so the project ends, right? So, like, I don't, what I'm saying is that, like, I don't know if I think it makes you a strong creative, like, person to assume that the ability to infinitely divergently think is valuable. Like, I don't know if I believe in that. I think it's the process of diverging and converging is what makes you a powerful creative person, not simply diverging, and also not simply converging. So if you're just the guy who, like, shoots down everyone's ideas and like all you do is, like, chop everything off, then I don't think that makes you a particularly strong creative person either. When I say creative, I mean, like, in any kind of artistic field, right? So if you're making an art piece, like you're drawing, like, you have to sketch, you maybe, like, make a few ideas, maybe, you know, sketch some things into the background of, like, whatever you want on the piece. Maybe you sketch different outfits or something, or different, like, if the ruffles on the sides of my sleeves, for example, had a few different designs, like, that's convergent thinking. I'm, like, making different ideas. But in order for something to, like, be completed and put into reality, it needs to, like, diverge and become something. Then you have to, like, stop and, like, create it. So maybe it's more valuable than I think it is, right? Or the ability to do both of those things. You swapped the terms at the end there. Oh, did I? I might have. Yeah, the ability to have a few different ruffles designs is divergent. You diverge, you make ideas. Choosing to have one idea at the end is converging. Right? Am I using those correctly? Or is diverging when you combine? I think I said it right the last time before I just re-corrected myself. But yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is that maybe there is value in that, or like the point of the tactician, for example. Yeah, diverge is definitely not combined. Those are antonyms. Okay, yeah, exactly. So I was saying it right until like the last sentence. Yeah, particularly with something like game design, the like ideas can be nigh infinite because you're combining so many different professions. So you have to deal with the divergent thinking of like not that kind of that's not what I mean. Oh my god. That could sound so bad. That's so bad. That's terrible. Okay. You have to deal with the ideas of a lot of different people, right? So to act as the like, you know, the control or the hey, what game were we actually trying to make? Right? Is sort of like the convergent thinking lens. But the thing is, you can kind of do both, right? So if you have like a programmer and an artist on your team, like I've had to do this before, is what I'm saying. Is that like you would assume that if you approach an artist and you go, hey, we kind of need this thing, what do you think? That they might go, oh, here are the ideas that I have. Unfortunately, I've worked with people where I go, okay, so here's what we're thinking. And then they go, I don't know what to do. So you need to brainstorm with them and help them. Now, mind you, this might have been because of the level of the team I was working on or working with. But yeah, the point is there's those two different things. I can actually understand that if you spend a lot of time thinking of a lot of different ideas and you just keep expanding the ideas, that can cause problems. That makes a lot of sense to me. And I guess I have an inherent bias because like my role is primarily someone who needs to like balance out whichever half of the thinking isn't being used there. So it's like we are coming up with too many ideas. I would need to go, listen, our producer is going to kill us and we aren't going to get paid if we keep making ideas that the shareholders don't give a shit about. We can't keep doing this. Whereas the shareholders want a particular thing. The publisher wants a particular thing. I think maybe we can do this. Right? There's two sides of that coin in kind of both directions. So yeah, I kind of get it. I think I talked myself through it. So I think it's a bit presumptuous to say that. Oh. A little presumptuous to say that like every creative would be like one way or the other. Hi Yumi, welcome. How's it going? It's good that you're here because we're playing Helldivers on Wednesday? I think we're playing on Wednesday. If you wanted to join for that. Appreciate you showing up. I was a bit nervous to reach out again because I wasn't sure if the experience last time was very fun or not. But we're playing at like 5 EST. Might want to check the schedule. I don't know if I'm wrong. Oh wait, did I put it on a day that you can't play? Am I a dummy? I might be a dummy because you told me what your schedule was, and I don't know if I put it on like a bad day. I wasn't thinking about it. It's 5 p.m. EST. Let me just double check my schedule because I don't know if I'm being weird. Schedule. Yes, it is tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST. Should work for you? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if in-game comms works for you like it did last time. I'm not sure. I wanted to turn up the volume for the in-game stuff because I have trouble hearing people, so I don't know. I'm not a creative, so I don't have any horse in the race in that regard, but when writing reports, I do have a very easy time adding points of discussion. A a lot of difficulty cutting extraneous sections. So I think I kind of get it. Then again, I have a problem with that, partially because I suck at writing. Well, you know, it doesn't have to be all-encompassing poi. It could just mean that, like, it's hard to figure out what things are cuttable and what things are not cuttable. I like being very precise. I tend to not like wasting people's time when I like do presentations and write paperwork or documentation. But yeah. I was about to say something, and then I didn't. Okay, so back to the mod. Sorry, we were talking about Calc Gamble, and how this is Calc Gamble, except it doesn't have exhaust, and then it upgrades to 0. I'm sure that can do a whole lot of things if you duplicate it, and then there's like discard payoffs or something. I don't know. Yeah, which I guess there's sort of the question about like why does this character have this card? So I don't know. Basically, anytime before 8 EST would work. Okay, sounds good. Well, we are running at 5 EST, so if you're around and you'd like to join, then by all means. I get where you're coming from. What I say is people have natural strengths and natural weaknesses. We should definitely work on our weaknesses like I'm trying to do, but sometimes pitfalls are just there, I guess. I don't know. This discussion is more interesting than this mod. I'm sorry. But... I live. Shion is a common anime name. Which show? That's so funny that you say that, Kraos, because literally the mod creator put in the description that, like, it's not from an anime, stop asking me. Like, it's an OC. But yeah, I guess the only thing that I want to point out, Rance, is that, like, I think it is fair to acknowledge strengths and weaknesses. Like, I think that that's valuable to say, like, or to have some degree of, like, not retrospective, but, like, some degree of self-reflection to know that, hey, maybe I'm good or not good at this thing. And I'm talking about, like, you know, parts of skills that are not necessarily physical related in nature. Like, in the thinking stream of things, or even, like, art is a... You know, technically, like, there's a physicality aspect to art. But I think most of these would be seen as, like, trained skills, right? So, for example, if you're woodworking, like, you could say, like, oh, I'm not really good at doing, like, the sanding finish over, like, a particular piece. So, like, usually I oversand. And, like, even though I concentrate on the sanding... Like, I tend to oversand anyways. Like, I don't know what it is. I just... Right? So you could come to the conclusion that you have a weakness. I just don't... I generally don't like the idea when people say, like, an argument that's like, oh, I have a natural weakness at this, so I need someone else to do it for me. I actually have, like, a lot more faith in people that they can not just, like, work on their weaknesses, but literally that, like, you're just putting yourself in a rut by... like, saying you can't do it, I guess. Again, what I'm saying is that this probably came from, like, hyper-independence stuff. Like, you know, it's nice to get help, but, like, what do you do when you don't get help, right? Like, am I just gonna sit here and not become a VTuber, even though I feel like I'm weak at my visual arts? No. I'm gonna try my best, and then my first model was pretty shit. Did it anyways. You could say comparatively I was not as skilled, but, like, I didn't say, oh, I have a weakness in this, and then I need someone else to do it. I think saying you don't do or do not have a skill is fair as well, but just, like, I don't know, man. I think there's a wider variety of skills, basically, that I'm saying that people actually have a lot of control over, that they're not, like, that they just say, like, I can't do it, whatever. Someone else can hold me accountable. Like, I've heard this shit, like, a billion times. Very frustrating to listen to. Because, for example, like, holding yourself accountable is a skill that you can train. But then there are people who are like, no, I need you to hold me accountable. It's like, you're never going to get better at holding yourself accountable unless you do it. Which I thought was very interesting, because like the last project that I worked on, like that's where that came up, just for the record. It's kind of like, what does me holding this person accountable do for the project? Make the project better, maybe? So I can like compensate for this person's weakness and like hold them accountable so that they can actually get work done or something. But the thing is, like, this project doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't matter. I can do whatever I need to get done on the project and probably, like, be fine. Like, what? I get another 5% because they tried a little harder? So it's like... I don't know. It's like, pick up your own shit, bro. I'm not going to hold you accountable. It's not going to do you anything. Take the opportunity to, like, learn how to do that for yourself. Some people need modeling, I suppose. As far as, like, divergent and convergent thinking, like, some people literally don't know how to do a skill, so you can teach them. But I think that there's, you know, after you have been introduced to a concept or understand the concept, a lot of it is, like, on the person at that point. About holding myself accountable. When was the last time I posted a strategy meeting? There is also something to be said about, like, compensating for other people's cognitive load and being, like, a generally supportive human being. So, you know, there is also that lens. I'm just saying my, you know, it's all on me, it's all my fault. I need to take responsibility for everything. There's sort of, like, you know, I have my own brainworms that I can't get out of my head. It's not fun either, by the way. Sorry, this was from a while ago, but I did see it. When was the last time you offered a new viewer a token? Well, the problem, and this is my excuse, so you can take my excuse at face value or not, you know. I am aware that there were new viewers. There have definitely been a lot of new viewers on, like, Fire Emblem, for example, who I have not offered tokens, who I absolutely could have offered tokens. But before that, for basically an entire month, I think I didn't see a new viewer, like, actually the entire month. It was so bad. And my monthly report came back, by the way, for YouTube, you know, the one where they tell you what your analytics were, and it said I didn't get a single subscriber. For an entire month. I don't know if it was that, but it was like maybe I got one or something. It was so low. It was really bad. We're dying, chat. I just thought I'd let you know. We're slowly dying. You might not see it now, but unfortunately you are the viewer of a time mage, and I know that we die. Gotta have that growth grind set? Definitely. So how's your work for the Penguin going? Better than being a henchman of the Joker, I hope? So what the fuck? Oh man. Definitely agree in general. It's much easier to work with people that don't just accept that as a weakness. However, certain creators do bring something valuable enough to offset that and still make them valuable enough to work with, and they're just big name in this industry. For example, if you look at, like, George Lucas. Yeah, and, like, to be completely honest with you, you know, there are ways people handle different things, right? So it's like, oh, if I understand something, like, if I have a strength somewhere but a weakness in somewhere else, like, people can compensate for other people's strengths and weaknesses. I think that that's a valuable thing to do, right? My point was mostly that, like, there's a wider array of things that you do actually control than probably you think. People are very, like, defeatist in nature, I think. Because working on things is difficult. And, like, I can't really blame them either, because if working on something is difficult and you have no energy because the world sucks, I mean, that's even, like, coming up with an excuse or blaming something, right? So, like, you can only have such high expectations of people, right? Which I think it's completely reasonable to say, oh, well, I was hoping this, but like I don't expect anything, right? So it was the same for this other person where I said like, bro, I'm not going to be your mom, dude. I didn't actually say that to them. I was actually very cordial with my team because I believe they'll figure it out. I'm pretty confident they're gonna figure it out. But I was basically like, I'm not gonna do this for you. Like, you need to, like, you gotta figure this shit out, man. Like, I'm not gonna figure it out for you. And to be completely honest with you, I don't think they performed particularly well, so. But that's fine, because, like, it's not like we failed because of it. Maybe part of me died a little bit from staring at blocks of code for 70 hours. But if I did that and I also had to be their mom, that would have been a little different. I mean, hey, chat asks me to be their mommy all the time, so who knows? I'll do that for you, Chet. Here, I'll get real close. All right. Who's a good boy? Who did a good job today? Who tried their best? Did you cringe yet? How many people want to die? Why is my mom so flat? Jesus Christ. I tried doing fan service once, and this is what I get. Fuck y'all. Was it me? Yes, Kraus, you did do a good job today. I'm proud of you. I tried to be good. And that's all we can ask, Kraus. Whether you were good or not good, you tried to be good, and that makes you a good boy. Nice! Let's fucking go. Bro, going to social events is miserable. So good job. Okay. What was I saying? Okay. Also, in regard to what you asked earlier, I'm doing good. Playing some modded Skyrim before my RP starts. Okay. Noted. Good to hear, Yumi. Yeah, working, going pretty terrible. Oh, work going pretty terrible. Just got my final warning. Supervisor literally stole my schedule. I spent a couple minutes, lol, for it only for them to call me, come to my office, and scold me since I must not be following my schedule and didn't believe I would first try and find it. Damn. I mean, like, it sounds like you pretty constantly get shit on at work, Rant, so that kind of sucks. I mean, hey, I mean, if you get an opportunity to get a different job, I mean, maybe it could be a blessing. Who knows? Whether you ask too much or too little, knowing when to ask for help is a skill too. That guy sounds like they ask too much. I agree with that, Cav. That's actually super important. It is super important to know how to ask for help, and when knowing you're asking for too much or too little is a thing. Absolutely. Cringe yet? You'd be better off asking how many cringes I've accumulated. I mean, listen. Sometimes it just be what it do. Yeah, so, you know, there's a flip side to most everything anyone ever says, or for example, even anything that I say. Obviously, it's very important to be able to ask for help and to know, like, when you have a weakness. That's why I'm saying, like, it's important to acknowledge the weakness, or know, like, hey, maybe this is something I'm not the best at, or maybe this is something I need help in, and then, like, how do you ask for help? Like, literally being able to go, like, hey, I don't really understand this part of it. You wrote this section. Could you explain to me something about it or whatever? Depends. Always depends, but like being able to honestly ask for help is important. And unfortunately, it's one of those things where I kind of go like, okay, well, it's really important and I'm going to tell you it's important, but also, you know, the methodology or application of it is a little vague and hard to tell. So it's unfortunate in that case. I wish I had parameters that I could give people. Okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna try again. we're gonna try and understand this mess of information. We definitely didn't just tangent for half an hour. Hey, John, how's it going? Whenever you play a card this turn, gain 4 shield and 1 hyperlink. Oh, so this is like a wave of the hand, Jason. Lose 3 hyperlink, gain 2 energy. Put a card from your draw pile into your hand. What the what? I understand that these mods tend to have like the most ridiculous balance possible, but this is a double energy seek card. What the heck? As long as they aren't math tangents. I don't know how to do math tangents. I never took calculus. I was actually kind of interested in learning it, but I just didn't. My math grades weren't good enough. What they said. It's actually not what they said. That's what I told myself. This one seems generically good. What the heck is going on in this picture? So why are there 2 sets of legs over there? What's happening on that side? Synchro. Increase synchro counter by 3. I don't know. Oh, because there's literally another girl there. Okay. I was really confused as to why there were 2 sets of legs. So why are these slowly appearing on my screen? I don't... Are these like a stream like blocker? Like, do they put these here so that I don't get banned? Because that's awesome. Croissant. Something resembling a dragon's horn catches your attention. No. No dragon's horn. Upon closer inspection, it's a croissant on the floor. And then I picked up a croissant. Croissant. And I lost 25% HP. Oh. 25% chance to lose 15 HP. And then I obtained a croissant. You obtain a croissant to replenish energy. It has a name. Means you may have left someone hungry, much probably. That's funny. There's just pickups that give you HP, I guess. Croissant. That girl's living the dream? The one with the head and lap? Honestly? Been a long time since I've experienced the thigh pillow. How I miss it so much. I'm currently working on a project with someone whom I wish asked for help more often. I often find myself going through what he's done and needing to alter stuff. There's even some very essential terminology that he completely misunderstood until I caught it in something he wrote that he used the wrong terms. Yes, I have also worked with this kind of person before. It is very frustrating. Because, holy shit. Big yawn. I mean, honestly, it's just... It's frustrating, because it's all a balance. You know, sometimes you just kind of shoot your shot. Because, you know, if I have to look at your work and, like, the code's literally just not working, I mean, I don't know what to do, right? Oh. I don't know. We were playing for a bit and this wasn't on, so I guess this is new. The kind of person is me. I hate asking for help even when I really probably should. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that, like, I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot of, like, knowing when to ask for help and how is an important skill, right? That is very hard to, like, when do you ask for help? What is the, you know? How do you ask for help? These are all really good questions, right? But it's definitely a little frustrating when you're kind of like, you think this is the one where you draw a card. When people need to redo what you did, which, you know, doesn't necessarily make people feel better. What I'm saying is that, like, if it helps you, ask for help, but only if it does, because I can definitely see how it would just kind of make you feel bad and then you don't ask for help anyways, right? Is that someone has to redo it, right? You aren't really helping anybody. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, but I wanted to do it myself. And it's like, okay, but is it better for the project if you ask for help now so that you can get it done right or not? And sometimes it's okay to just like fail it and then have someone else fix it for you, and they can like help you after the fact. But sometimes it's better to just be like, listen, this is a very core thing that needs to be done correctly, and then if you don't, then that's bad. So sometimes you can justify it that way. It's a decent cognitive reframe, you could say. Okay. Again, I want to apologize again. It feels like we've had 2 design aspires that are kind of a little off last couple times, so I just want to apologize. I should really take the time to vet these. Okay, sorry. In his defense, should have been more clear about some of it, and it's not like he would be able to know that he's misunderstood it until either of us came into contact with the misunderstanding. Yeah, exactly. I don't work with people. My boss most definitely a hellspawn from Satan. I mean, that's unfortunate, so. This one will be one oddly edited video. I don't know if this one's going on YouTube, bro. It's gonna go in the... It's definitely gonna be a VOD, but I don't know if it's going anywhere else, dude. I don't know, man. We've only got half an hour left, and I still don't know what the hell's going on. I'm enjoying this one. God, you guys are literally the worst. Literally the freaking worst. It's like, what is the purpose of doing Design the Spire? So that we can look at the design of the cards and the design of the character. Just literally staring at people's booba. That sure is a common, geez. Boost 2 hyperlink. Gain 1 strength and dexterity, gain an energy. Yeah. I don't know if this one's going on YouTube. The guy's streaming to YouTube. Well, obviously it's gonna be a VOD. I'm saying I don't know if I'm gonna edit it. Block gain from gravity funnel is now converted into shield. Wait, you get block off of gravity funnel? So this deck is proving particularly opaque. Yeah, there's a lot of keywords. I don't fully understand what is happening. Yeah, you get 2. What guy? All I see is her favorite flag bearer waifu. Yeah, I mean, I am a guy. I was gonna say unfortunately, but not really unfortunately. It's just kind of be what it do. Sometimes it takes a guy to be best girl. I think that's what they say. That sensor bar? Yeah, this wasn't here at the start. I don't know why. I think tabbing back into it has put this on. So I don't know what happened. They're looking at the design of something, but not the design that they should be looking at. I do want to see if they add some booba to the lady bosses. What the hell? Sure. Let's upgrade the gravity funnel. Okay, current synchronization 6. At the start of each turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Gain 2 matrix charge. Okay. Oh. I think that wasn't exactly what we wanted to do. The sensor got added after you save quit to scare Cav. Yeah, I guess maybe it realized I was streaming it. Oh, we might actually be dead. We're not dead. I don't know why we're not dead, but we're not dead. I mean, I'm just playing cards at this point. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. And now we're dead. Oh man, I would have wanted to see what the death thing was. Oh no. Oh man, I wish I could have seen it. Oh, I meant to say if bosses are replaced with OC Booba Lady, wouldn't be surprised. Okay. That was something. Yes, I don't think we really got to play the character, and I'm just gonna... We're gonna do the thing we did with the guy, where we are going to look at the cards and we'll see if we can discern something that we can say. Frankly, I don't feel like I experienced enough of the mod to understand or say, like, hey, this person's work is good or bad or whatever. I think there were a few things that I can comment on that I can say I don't know what to think about these things. It's entirely possible that all of the things actually work out. Like, all of the numbers work out. Like, someone did the numbers on it and it's fine, but... Let's see if there are any takeaways we could talk about. The mod found out that I was present and censored itself. How kind. Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna censor this. It did! No! No! They did! How dare they? No! Now it knows I'm streaming it. I can't believe they're trying to get me not banned. That's crazy. Okay. So, where do we start? Ugh. Okay. Let's have some kind of discussion on final thoughts. Anything that I can try to think of. Again, I don't feel like I played enough of the character. I'm going to preface this by saying a lot of people like this mod. So if actually all of it works and all of the numbers actually work, that's great. My first impression was that there was a lot of keywords and they were not very understandable. So, yeah, like there was a lot of keywords up front and a lot of like statuses, and all of the funnels had different effects with like stacking numbers at like different thresholds. So this sort of happened with the Ori mod. This is the basis that I'm going to use to talk about this. I cursed you with censored. Yeah, unfortunately, Cavalier, you ruined my experience by censoring it. Okay. Yeah, so this happened with the Ori mod. The numbers of the system were very granular. As Poi pointed out, that's like, why is there 100 different stacks potentially of something that could happen? Like, why? Right? Now here's the thing, is I technically didn't look at the numbers very closely. So, full disclosure, this person could have done a lot of design math and actually all of the math checks out. It's just that the thing about when math is heavily exposed to the player, so like heavily exposed to the player with a very granular economy system, which we can observe that the amount of stacks of a particular thing which you apply to an enemy based on how many multi-hits you have, like that can be viewed within the lens of an economy. So when the economy is very, very granular and heavily exposed to the player, I question a little bit why all of it is there. So, you know, we're using the base mobs in Slay the Spire. Those probably have some kind of heuristics attached to them. We've talked about heuristics before, so I haven't done any kind of video on that, fortunately. But basically when it says at 50 stacks, they get like 5 vulnerable and lose 5% of their HP. It's kind of like, but why? Like, does it need to do that? Does there need to be a payoff for getting 100 of this stack or whatever? I think it's pretty misplaced when you think of everything else made in Slay the Spire. This definitely reads a little bit more like a, how would I say, like an auto battler with a bunch of numbers in it, right? Which is why I find it a little bit hard to comment on, like, I don't know if it's balanced, like literally, because there's so many numbers. Like, I don't know how much time they took to try and prepare that stuff. There's definitely a lot of content, right? But it's sort of like, I'd be curious about like how many multi-hits are you expecting the player to have? Why is there an innate card in the base deck? Right? Are you expecting the player to choose between using 2 energy at the start of every combat? There was also, you start, I don't know where to put it. Yeah, time and space synchros. So you start with taking 50% additional damage, and then you slowly that goes down. So by the heart, you don't have any problems. But like, why? Right? So yeah, I guess like here's the question, right? So the point of this relic is that it is easier to clear chaff at the start of the game, and then hopefully the meta-scaling, because this character has meta-scaling, kind of balances out on rate with like how much meta-scaling you get over time. I think that's kind of the idea. Sorry, let me actually read this. So I just remembered how a while back you asked me how you could be the favorite flag bearer waifu and who the other flag bearer waifus are. There's the ruler from Fate, Beto Betty, One Piece, Myrtle, Arcanites. Oh, those ones, yes. That's fair. You think I'm better than Myrtle? Nice. Or, what's the other one? I used to have her as my base unit for a while. Sayleech. I paid way too much money for Sayleech, let me tell you what. Do you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks? Yeah. I'd assume that that's there because the character doesn't scale as much in the form of cards and relics, though I'd rather they just let the cards and relics scale the character better. Also, it seemed like she scaled at least somewhat well with the funnels upgrading. Yes, so I feel like it is making the system very complicated, right? So it's like, does this add anything, right? Like, does this make the game more fun? What experience are you going for? Like this, you basically won't see the change of what time and space synchro feels like as you're playing the game until it's gone. and then it's debatable whether you'll even feel anything when it's gone. However, at the start of the game, you receive 20% additional damage, or 50% additional damage. And that is typically when you're the weakest in the run. Well, what do we have here? What is this game? Well, this game is Slay the Spire. We are currently playing a mod. This is the Shion mod. We finished our first run with it. I am not going to be playing it again. We are currently in the closing discussion of how the mod played and its design. I said at the start that I don't feel like I played the character enough to really understand, but I'm currently commenting on how the systems feel very granular and not very understandable. So you can see in time and space synchro, your damage decreases by 50%, and the damage that you take... Oh, it's decrease, it's not even increase, sorry. So you do 50% less damage and you receive 50% more damage. For every floor you climb, this effect is reduced by 1% each floor. So it's kind of like... It's hard to tell what the effect of this is at any point in time in the game. I would imagine at the start it feels debilitating, and then sort of towards the middle to the end of the thing, it... Like, you won't feel the difference of 1% between each floor, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's too granular. What if in the entire first chapter you took 40%, and then every time you clear a boss, it reduces by a certain amount, like 10% or something, right? It's so tightly tied to like 1% every floor. It's like, I don't know if I fully understand the significance of needing to do it that way, right? Is that the mod name Anastasia Project? Yes, it is. It's called Shion on the page, on the mod page. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to put Anastasia Project. I think I put that in the description. But yes, welcome. We're talking about the design. I feel like I very unsuccessfully played the mod, so I apologize if you are a fan of this mod, but I felt like it was very difficult to understand what was happening. So we are currently discussing that, and I'm trying to sum up my comments of how I felt playing the mod. I mean, I guess if you know more about the mod, maybe you can explain some of it to me, right? It's at the top of popular on Steam for me right now? Yes. So, apparently this mod has some history. Like, it's been around for a while, but it got re-uploaded recently. So, also, welcome, Koi. I'm a big Slay the Spire fan, but only the anime-style mod I found to be coherent was the Marissa Toho mod, but this mod to me seemed overcomplicated. This is a PC game only? I believe there's a Switch version as well. Apparently Marissa is a good mod. Maybe I should play it. I haven't... Normally I vet the mods a little bit so that I can have something reasonable to say about it, but the last two ones I've played were a little bit off. There are several versions. Oh, are there? One second. Also, why is the damage halved, but damage received... Okay, sorry. Why is the damage dealt halved, but the damage received only affected by 50% instead of doubled? Seems odd not to have the same scaling there. Oh yeah, where it's like, the damage isn't times 2. It's not 200% damage increase, I don't know. Well, Midi, I'm glad that you tried playing the mod and you also agree that it seems a little overcomplicated, because that's exactly what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. And I think a lot of the complexity comes from the granularity of the numbers, and then for what reason, you know? It's like, in my understanding, normally when the numbers are very complicated, you make them opaque so that the player doesn't have to deal with it, right? So, if the numbers are very hard to understand, you don't show them to the player, and then you just, like, let them interact with the game, right? And theoretically, the game experience should be fine on its own, where you understand what you're doing, and then you don't have to think about the numbers. And there's a lot of numbers going on in the background, but you don't have to think about it. Don't worry about it. That's a pretty common design pattern. But for this one, the last thing I was commenting on was like, there's this 50% damage decrease, damage increase, whatever, and it goes down by 1% for each floor you've climbed. It's like, but why is it there? And why is it 1% every floor? Right? Do you see how, like, it's hard to understand what the effect of that is at any point in time? Yeah, exactly. The numbers are very granular. Right? And because there's... But the thing is, we were trying to compare this to, like, theory on game economy, where, like, having a granular economy system can be useful. So a game I played recently was Pathfinder, and Pathfinder splits its turns, I believe, into 3 actions. So you can do a lot of different things with 3 actions, and it's very granular in its turn structure. So it actually ends up the game ends up feeling very, like, war gamey, if that makes sense, because, like, you can do so many different combinations of things with 3 action points. So it's very granular. Whereas something like, you know, it's similar to D&D. Sorry if you don't have an TTRPG background, but let's say in a game that simply splits into 2 actions, there's less stuff to think about. The economy of that game is not as granular. But again, in Pathfinder, if we go more granular, you can add more depth with the granularity, and that's valuable. You can do that. You can make that valuable. But for something like this effect, where it's 50% and then it's -1 every time the floor is climbed, like, I don't see the value in that granularity, right? Like, it's going to be debilitating when you start your run, and then it's not really going to make sense, like, how it's affecting your run or how you play around with it. Like, how does this make the gameplay make more sense to the player in a way that feels impactful? And the answer is, in my opinion, it doesn't. Granularity doesn't do anything here. I feel like if this said 30% and it reduces it by 10% every boss, that would make you feel like you're upgrading every time you beat a boss, right? You're like, oh, thank God I'm dealing 10% more damage now. That's not how that works, but, like, thank God 10% of my damage decrease got taken away, right? So this one. So it charges up to 4, and then you can use the thing. And the ability deals 10% of their max HP. So there's another thing where it's like, you know what? This is actually kind of interesting, because I get the sense that if this deals 10% of their max HP, that it's more effective against bosses, and the charge time of 4 turns actually matches more with the time scale of how bosses work in this game. So that's a little bit more. Like, if you think of Hexaghost is like a 9-turn timescale before it, like, kills you. So you get to do this twice. You effectively knock off 20% of their HP. But the problem with that is that, like, so is this relic supposed to say, like, the boss has 20% less max HP? Like, where is the play in using this card, right? Or using this relic, where the play would be in doing 10% to a trash mob and then getting the extra energy off of it, but a lot of the damage is, like, random. Why does it have the fatal clause, right? If this said that it always did 5 damage or 7 damage or something, then I feel like it's easier to calculate or understand. Like, if it said deal 2, like, that's a pretty good number, I think, for the start of the game. But needing to calculate 10% max HP of the enemy's HP, like, that's difficult, right? Like, it's not immediately clear. Like, what do we do with 1.5? Does it round up or down? Like, I don't know, right? So this is another place where I say, like, this almost feels granular for no reason. Like, why is it 10% max HP? Right? And usually when I ask these kinds of questions, it's because, like, in a typical, like, game design scenario, what you would say is, okay, what are they called? Louses? The Louses have 15 HP on Ascension 1. This relic is designed for Ascension 1. We are expecting that the player will last hit Louses to get the benefit of this ability. Lice? Shut up, boy, every time. Louse. Lice. We expect that the players will last hit the lice and other small chaff with this relic. That is the point of making it. Right? Since we know that the telos of, like, the point of this relic, since we know that the point of it is to last hit mobs in Chapter 1, and that we expect it to help them clear through the first number of combats, we can say that the damage of this is supposed to be 5. Because we know that if they play 2 strikes, or 3, let's say 3, I think. 2 strikes are 6 or 7. Am I crazy? 6. So if they play 2 strikes on a lice, on a louse, fuck, I did it the other way around this time. If they play 2 strikes on a louse, and then you wait a turn, the louse will be at 3 HP, which means that we're going to say that this relic does 3 damage. So whenever I ask the question, like, why does this say 10% max HP? Like, why? It's because I'm asking about literally where was the logic to choose that this deals 10% max HP. There could be an answer to it too, right? Like, there could be a design reasoning. They could have had some kind of idea in mind. Like I said, I brought it up. Maybe the point of this relic was supposed to be that you get to deal 10% damage to bosses. That would make sense. The fact that it charges for 4 turns, and then you do it on the 4th turn. So, like, whenever you know, that kind of makes sense with the timescale of bosses. But, like, it's just so odd that it's 10% max HP. Like, dealing percent HP, especially with rounding and stuff, like, makes it really awkward to know what this is gonna do. They wanted it to be a boss killer, so be it. Sure. But then why does it have fatal? They wanted it to be a boss killer, why does it have fatal? Why does it have fatal to begin with? I would understand. So let's think of a design reason why we would want to give this fatal gain energy. Right? Let's say you're in an AoE fight and you have a mob clear thing. This is a bad example. I'm already thinking of problems with this. But let's say your character is weak against AoE fights. So we're going to give you 1 charge of something at the start of fights. It does 5 damage. And then when you kill something with it, fatal. So when it's fatal, gain energy. And then you have... what that lets you do is that in hallway fights where you're getting mobbed, you can, like, throw a strike at something, kill it with this, you fatal a slime that lets you play more cards in 1 turn, which means that the purpose of this card, or the purpose of this relic, is to help you with hallway fights against mobs. Because it helps you clear chaff and also play more cards at the start of the combat, basically. Similar to what a miracle would do for Watcher. right? So yeah, literally when I ask, like, why does this do this particular way? Why is the economy system granular? Why does this deal 10% max HP? Why is there scaling all the way from 1 to 100 in the economy system of putting marks on things? Why does it choose things randomly? Why does it do it this way? It's literally because looking at this, I can't figure out why, from a design perspective, you would choose any of those things. Now, mind you, this mod's very complicated for me, and I have a tendency to say that when things are very complicated, I don't believe they are well designed for the user. Usually, simpler to understand is better. People ain't that smart. That's just the reality of it. But also, things like simple mechanics are reasons why something like Watcher can be very satisfying to play, right? You have a Miracle, which lets you play your overcosted block card, which lets you play more cards on the turn when you play Wrath. Like, it's very simple what Miracle does. It just gives you an energy, and it has Retain. Very, very simple. But because it's so simple and it's designed with the rest of the heuristics of Slay the Spire in mind, you can do a lot with it. You can more freely pick 3 energy cards. Like, you can pick Ragnarok. And if you know you picked a Ragnarok, you go like, I'm going to save my Miracle for when I need to play Ragnarok so that I can play a block. Like, on that turn where I'm going to play Ragnarok, I don't want to take 70 damage, so at least I can play a block on that turn. Or maybe I can, like, use the extra mana to enter Calm Stance and then exit Calm Stance, get 2 energy, and then I can play 2 blocks. Whoa, crazy. Right? Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. Right? The energy system in Slay the Spire is decently granular. But it's not like 10 energy. You know? You gotta work for that. So what I would personally say is Booba out of 10. I'm sorry, I really did not understand what was going on with this mod. I wish I could have understood it more so that I could say more things that don't sound like I'm just shitting on it. Because, like, I don't normally comment on the art, I don't normally comment on, like, the design of all these other things, but, like, look at how visually appealing this shit is. Like, it's clear that there was a lot of work put into this thing, and that it's cared about a lot. Which is why I don't want to just be like, why does this say 10% max HP? I hate all of it. It's more like, it's all over the place. I don't know what to say. Like, what else to say about it? I kind of want to look at some of the cards back to see if there's any whack-ass effects. Let's do that. We'll take a short look before we wrap it up. Yeah, funnels were pretty hard to understand. Having an innate card in the base deck is quite strange. Again, like, if it's innate, why does it cost 2? Like, what is the... Yeah. Can you afford to take damage on your first turn by playing this every time? You're expecting them to play this every time? Like, what is the... Yeah. Okay. These, I'm assuming, are token cards, because this is normally where... Tokens, to my best understanding, are supposed to be colorless commons, but, you know, they end up here when you don't make them colorless. Yeah, so Hyperlink was like a resource. Like, generating token cards and putting them in your deck was like a sub-theme. Matrix Charge was, again, a thing that you charge up and then get the payoff for. It's a little bit unclear what autofunnel meant. Having every fight start with essentially 8 statuses, the 4 funnels, and the 1 and the 3 ones on the enemy, and there was at least 1 on the other character is a bit much. Yes, so understandability-wise, that's a lot of information. There's a lot of moving parts. I don't want to immediately say a lot of moving parts equals bad, because there are people who like systems that have a lot of moving parts. But I personally think that it makes the character less understandable and hard to play. Curious of trying the mod just to see if they change the bosses. Best of luck. I think they added a boss after the heart. I think I read that somewhere. Deal 5 fixed damage to all entities. Does that mean 5 to myself? Point of that? Does it apply 1 vulnerable to all? Does it deal 5 fixed damage to all? And apply 1 vulnerable to all? Apply 3 regen to all? So I don't, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Are you an entity? I guess so. Player's probably an entity. Heals you for 6 afterwards, so dealing 5 to yourself is fine. I agree. Thank you for the head pat. What does it mean by fixed damage? Does that mean true damage? If you block for 5 and then give yourself regen 3, does that make this a common a heal card? Not huge on that. Common card with no exhaust that gives you strength. Feel like you deserve the head pat after this? Thank you. Yeah, again, because here's the thing, right? Like, I clearly saw the indicators that said, like, for example, this. It's like a common card that does not exhaust and gives you strength. Like, what am I supposed to say? Right? But I get the sense that it's possible that this character is just balanced very differently. Like, I'm leaving that out in the open, right? Where if this character was just balanced very differently, then that's okay. It's just hard for me to understand. Grave. Oh, hey, it has the grave keyword. Like the other... What's grave and quick boot? See, that's a cool idea. It's a cool one. It starts in your discard, but then you have to draw it on the reshuffle, and then it automatically goes. It's cool. Quick boot. Gain 1 energy, draw 2 cards. Deploy a lure with 3 HP. It deals 3 damage 5 times to all enemies upon being destroyed. You already commented on this, but the frame is distracting and doesn't do its job that well with how many card names just go off the name. Little bit. A little tiny bit. It is really cool, though. But it certainly does not read. Me playing this mod. Read. Bellicosity. I'm wondering if this is a different art when I'm not streaming. Also, holy ass. Your next 1 cards is played twice. Your next one... It's interesting, I would have expected that to say 2 after it upgrades. But your next card is played twice. No restriction on that card. Lose 3 hyperlink. Deal 6 damage to a random enemy 4 times. Apply 2 weak and bleeding. Bleeding creatures take additional damage equal to bleeding from attacks. It halves at the end of turn. This is, what is this called? This is bullet. Apply to bullet. Right? Is that how that works? Does bullet have itself, or is it -1? Through Ren form. power does not increase in effect when played more than once. Oh, like you can only benefit from the effect once. Whenever you trigger a quick boot 5 times, gain an energy. Hyperdimensional matrix. It's way out there. Also, man, I really hope I don't get banned for even opening this mod. Resuscitate. Heal HP 3 times of hyperlink. Lose all hyperlink. Does retain. And at least this card has retain, you know. Show hand? I can't. You can't hand check me. Look, there. I'm not doing anything weird. Not doing anything funny. Actually, don't look at my hand because one of the... I still haven't fixed this, by the way. I look like I have 4 fingers. Because my right hand's pinky finger is just broken. Or it might be that the ring finger is too... I think for some reason the ring finger is shifted up. Anyways, don't look at that. You won't be able to unsee it. Or fingered far. I don't like the identical card arts. It's very likely that this is a token card where you choose one of them, which even in that case, having distinguishing arts is probably a good idea. Penetrate. Trigger orbital strike. Is this where I get to say, man, I really want her to penetrate me and trigger her orbital strike on me? I really want her to orbital strike my ass. I'm sorry. Listen, if there's one thing that this mod is doing is that it's definitely horny as shit. So... Oh, that's what you meant, show hand! I thought you were trying to hand check me, bro. Come on, listen. I'm not doing anything weird with my hand right now. How dare you? Me playing this mod. Why else would I capitalize show? I don't know, because you're fucking weird. That's why. Even if they're made by a rare, don't make rare tokens. I agree. These should be colorless tokens. I agree. Paul got abducted by an AI. They tried to make him whole, but struggled with the hands as usual. Yeah. Yep, okay, so that's gonna be it. I deeply apologize once again to the mod creator for not having anything positive to say. Don't like doing that. It looks very pretty. It's really hard for me to understand anything else that is happening in this mod, though. So, cool. I think that's what we've got today. I don't think I have anything else. So, I swear next week, the design the Spire, I have to look for one. You know what? Freaking comment one. If there's a mod you want me to look at, please. Please give me something to... Please give me something to talk about. Please. I don't want to be confused by deal 10% damage. I don't know if I want to play Scapegoat. I've actually thought about it multiple times, Cavalier. Of if I wanted to go back and like take a non-cynical approach to analyzing Scapegoat. I've considered it. Legitimately. Maybe we'll do Scapegoat next time. I don't know. But yeah. That's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna say is I called the flag down too fast. Yeah, those also work. I suppose I could look at all of those. If you're still here, I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Finish the Blue Archive trilogy. You told me the last one was bad though. Okay, we have to go. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always. Again, I don't know how many times I can do it, but I really apologize to this mod creator. I wish I understood your intentions better. I feel like there's always a little bit of something missed out when when a player just doesn't understand what you made. So I know that feeling. But thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye. Bye. Bye-bye.